In this episode, I invite you to pause, reflect, and listen to the quiet guidance that may be speaking to you as this year gently comes to a close. Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast, a podcast helping women in career and life transitions achieve clarity on their next steps so they can transform uncertainty into an energizing next chapter. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and the founder of It's My Time Now Coaching. If you're wondering what's next in your career or life, you are in the right place. Through solo and guest episodes, you'll gain practical tips, tools, and inspiration to help you uncover blocks, gain confidence, and be, do, and have what you want. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, my friend, and welcome back to a very special mini episode of the Midlife Reinvention Podcast. Thank you for being here. And if you're listening on Christmas Day or during the quieter space between the holidays and the new year, or for that matter, any time of the year, I want to begin by saying something that truly matters to me. Thank you. Thank you for being here and for listening and reflecting and sharing this space with me. Thank you for allowing this podcast to be part of your journey this year. And for those who celebrate, Merry Christmas. My wish for you is peace, warmth, connection, and moments of true presence, however the season looks for you. Today, I'd like to share some of the messages from my recent conversation with Ragini Shah, author of Soul Language, in episode 263. And if you haven't heard it, you can go back and listen to that after you hear this. And I just wanted to share some of the deeper lessons woven through her story, because her message feels really especially meaningful right now. She begins by reminding us that guidance doesn't always arrive with clarity or certainty. More often, it arrives quietly and subtly, almost like a whisper. I know that happened to me, and it happens to many people. And for many of us, the holidays are one of the few times in the year when life naturally invites us into that pause. One of the most powerful reminders from that conversation was this: the parts of you that feel lost are not gone. They're simply waiting for space and waiting for permission for you to listen again. I see this so clearly in the women I work with, and perhaps you see it in yourself too. You've been the dependable one and the strong one, and perhaps the one who holds everything together. And yet, somewhere along the way, parts of you, perhaps your creativity, your curiosity, your inner knowing, that may have been quietly set aside. But it's not because you failed, but it's because life has asked a lot of you. And Rokini shared that how during one of her most turbulent transitions in her life, it was her dreams that became her sanctuary. They weren't something mystical or abstract, but a really very real form of inner wisdom and a very real bridge between logic and intuition and science and soul. And dreams could be that for you, or there could be another way that you could reach this clarity. It could be a space where truth could surface without judgment and where emotions didn't need to be explained or fixed. And what struck me the most was this simple truth. Clarity doesn't come from pushing for answers. It comes from learning to listen. So as we close out this year, I want to gently offer that same invitation to you. You don't have to figure everything out or set perfect intentions or pressure yourself into a newer version of you, but simply just listen. Notice what brings you a sense of calm, what stirs something inside of you, what feels heavy and what feels quietly energizing, because those are signals and they matter, and they are part of your inner guidance. Ragini also shared something deeply comforting, and I think especially meaningful during the holidays. She said that not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. So if this year brought you some uncertainty or grief or unanswered questions, please know this: nothing was wasted. There is also wisdom and guidance there, and there's still time. As you move through the rest of the season, I invite you to reflect on one simple question: what part of me is asking to be heard right now? What part of me is asking to be heard right now? You don't need an immediate answer. You just need the willingness to listen. So before I close, my friend, I wanted to say this from my heart. This podcast exists because you show up, because you listen and reflect and share and reach out, and because you believe, even on the hard days, that reinvention is possible. I am so deeply grateful for you. And if you are in a season of transition in your career or your identity or your life, and you'd like support or reconnecting with what really truly matters to you, I'd love to have a conversation with you. You'll find a link in the show notes to book a complimentary clarity call with me. Sometimes one conversation really is all it takes to begin your next chapter. So thank you again for being here, and thank you for trusting me with your journey. I wish you peace, presence, and gentle guidance today and into the year ahead. Happy holidays, my friend, and I'll see you very soon.